Hi, everybody. We have, this is Carrie Neeley here with Licata Live, and I'm really excited to have Dianne Marshall with us today, who is starting a really important project. For those of you who know me, you might know I'm a retired educator, and I spent most of my time with our elementary friends. And when I heard about this project that Dianne is doing, I definitely wanted to follow up so we could support and get the word out in our community. So Dianne, thank you for being here. And before we get started on your project, tell us a little bit about you, because gosh, I think I met you maybe 20 plus years ago. But tell us a little bit about how you came to Orange.
I'm an Army brat, so my father retired from the Pentagon, so we ended up buying a house in Spotsylvania, and I graduated high school in 1986, like
wow,
years ago.
I'm 85, you're 86, you're just a young one.
Yes. Growing up in the military, I really felt strongly about having roots in a community because I was never given the opportunity to. If anybody in the military knows that you do move around a lot. Mm-hmm. I went to 10 different schools, so wow. It was, I use it today to get people to talk to people because I'm so used to different types of people. Mm-hmm. But and I wanted to, when I raised my children, I really wanted to raise them in one place and to have good roots. So I married my husband, a dairy farmer,
who was rooted in Orange.
That's right. And he will never move. And all three of our children went through the Orange County school system, and they're all graduated, successful, spread their wings, living their own life now. And at that point, I do a lot of community service myself to kind of fill in what I missed growing up.
Right.
And that's part of my loving passion for serving in Orange County.
Well, that's a great segue to your project that you're working on today. It kind of makes sense. So you have two kind of things going on, and I had to write both of them down so I get both of them right. One is Orange County Books and Beyond. That's your nonprofit. Correct. And then we're also talking today about Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. So tell us how those two kind of fit together and how you were able to, it sounds like you put a lot of work into this and you had to kind of work around some hurdles in your way.
Sure. I was president of the Orange Rotary Club last year, and one of our board's initiatives was to start the Dolly Parton Imagination Library in Orange County. In order to do that, you need an affiliate nonprofit to be operating and to work. So Dolly Parton Imagination Library kind of works through that nonprofit affiliate. So it's our job to represent the Dolly Parton Imagination Library with our nonprofit and to get people to sign up and to raise funds for our own community. So I worked for over a year trying to partner with another nonprofit, and nothing came through. So after, sitting back and thinking about it, I thought, well, maybe this is just for me to get this initiative going. And I feel very strongly about it because, we have several things going on in our community where, we help the middle schools, we help high schoolers with CTE, we do thousands of dollars, in scholarships. But the missing piece in Orange County is our youth, age 0 to 5, which is the most critical time in a childhood's
100%
life to learn the fundamentals of reading, language development, and the love of learning. So I feel very strongly that, within 2 to 5 years after we raise money and get this into our community and get as many kids, I want all kids to sign up for this. I don't, homeschoolers, private school, public school, it doesn't matter. If you're age 0 to 5, what you can do is you can sign up through Orange County Books and Beyond. And through us, there's a book mailed to the child with their name on it every month. So if they start at age 0, so you can start, they get an age appropriate, high quality book mailed to them with their name on it. So by the time they start kindergarten, they can have their own little library.
And is there any kind of income bracket, or it's open for any child? And then if there are multiple children in one household, I'm assuming they can each sign up to get their own appropriate
If they're age 0 to
level.
5, And a lot of questions like, well, would they be getting the same book? Those are things I pretty much have to work through, but I'm going to try not to do that. You know, we want as many different books, and they're age appropriate books.
Right.
So if they're 1 year old and 4 years old, they're going to get different books.
Right.
So the goal is to have it come into the household and encourage family engagement. And with that, there's confidence, a joy of learning, and so many positive things to give the most precious of our youth in Orange County the steps forward for a successful educational career.
Right, absolutely. It's the joy factor is something that just can never, you know, whenever anyone used to ask, how do we get our child interested in reading? Well, you're showing them you're interested in reading by taking the time to spend with them and read a great book. So 100% behind that. So they could go on the Orange County Books and Beyond. There's a website they can go to.
There's a website
now.
that's currently being kicked off, hopefully within the next couple of weeks. You know, I have a little team of people that I'm working with, and 2 of them are my children.
Oh, great.
So,
I love it.
It's a family project. So, and there's a couple other people involved on the board as well. But my son is helping build the website, and my daughter is the treasurer. So with their capabilities, and they're very bright young people,
Right.
And I'm excited to work with them on this because they grew up here and they want to give back here.
Right.
They're not actually here, but they'll be giving back here, and so it's going to be a family endeavor, and hopefully it's going to be a household name. I would like it to be a household name because we're also, you know, education from age 0 to high school and beyond, the new CTE that's being built. You know, we just want to be supportive of education in every dimension with that.
Absolutely. So one of the things that strikes me about your initial initiative for this is it didn't all just work out like easy peasy.
No.
I feel like you are definitely someone who, once you get your mind set on something, then you just have to figure out the pieces. Where did you get your like sense of tenacity from and stick-to-itness from?
Well, I am a survivor, you know, moving around so much. I've learned how to associate, talk to different people, and assimilate very quickly. And with that, I feel like I use that a lot in everything I do. You know, I'm involved in the community in many other levels, but you just figure out who. I think the first thing I do is figure out who I can work with, because you always need a team of people. Never do anything yourself. Work with a team, because there's so many good qualities that each person can bring. That's something that, of course, I'm missing.
Right.
So as soon as that happens, you know, you have your team, and then you lay out, you know, what are your problems, how are you going to get through it, and you just push your way through it, and you don't give up. And I'm not one that gives up.
Yeah. Well, and the team piece, I have to put a plug in for Licata Group, because, which I don't generally do on these, but everything you said about a team is why Keith and I love being a part of this team, because we're all different. We all bring something unique. So I love that this goes out to a variety of folks in our community, that anybody could take advantage of it. It's one of those things that's really welcoming everyone, which is really
very important
awesome.
to me.
Yeah. So out of curiosity, what was your favorite book when you were little?
Is Your Mama a Llama? You know, I actually, you know, I don't really recall like a certain book, but I always had a lot of books. And like in the library, I remember the Nancy Drew mystery novels. I loved reading those. You know, it was a series of books, and you know,
there's always something else to look forward to. Yeah,
and,
I like that too.
I used to really love reading those, and I am a big reader at home, and my children all had their own libraries, and they're all very big readers. And my children grew up with no TVs in their bedroom, which meant that in order to go to sleep, they go to bed, you know, they would read before. And I think that was a very important thing raising my kids, is no TVs in the bedroom, because they had their books, or they can, you know, listen to music or something. But no other distractions.
Just that routine at
That's
night.
right.
It's still important for many
adults,
of us,
too.
right? Yes, for adults
Turn
too.
your blue screens off.
Yeah. I remember mine was How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Oh yeah, that's great.
I loved it so much, I had to memorize it, and repeat it for anybody who'd listen to me. It's the beginning of community theater for me. So Dianne, anything else that you want to share about, so we talked a little bit about how families could go on to the website that's being built right now, Orange County Books and Beyond, but if someone is interested in being on your team and advocating alongside you for this work, how would you suggest they reach out to you?
I'm going to need a lot of help. And one of the ways that I need help is whatever community association you're involved in, whether it be another nonprofit, a church. I'm going to be working with the school system, the social services department, the food bank, the free clinic, and just get the information out everywhere, but just to let people know that this is available. That is a huge way to help, and also to donate. $20 to sponsor one child for a year.
That's great.
To get a book mailed to them, $20.
Wow.
So, and I'm looking for foundation donors, which the Orange County Education Foundation is a foundational donor. They've donated money, and also the Orange Rotary Club. And I'm going to be talking to several other nonprofits for foundational donations. So that way we can build something that won't go away.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you think, have you thought ahead to having like a big kickoff thing somewhere?
Yes.
That should
We're
be
going to
fun.
launch, right? We have a recreational center in Unionville, and I'm working on putting something together with some music and fun for all the kids, face painting, food, hot dogs, ice cream, when the weather is warmer, of course.
Please let that be next week.
Or even today.
Even today.
It would be really nice. But,
Yeah. Well, that sounds fun.
Yes, I'm so excited about this. I think this is going to fill one of the gaps that we have here in Orange County, and that's my mission.
That's great. So they could actually, we did tag Leanne on this video, so they could actually reach out and message you if they were interested.
They can message me.
Okay, supporting. Well, it was great having you today.
Thank you for
what
having
a
me.
wonderful service for our community. Reading is just, to me, it's the foundation of everything.
It really is.
And that joy factor is huge. So this is great. I definitely want to be involved, and I hope that all of you will too. And just thanks again, Leanne, for Dianne, sorry.
It's okay.
Got the Lees and the D's. Dianne's confused. But thanks for joining us today and for everything you're doing for our kids in Orange County.
Oh, thank you.
Take care,
Thanks for
everybody.
having me.
Thanks for joining
Bye.
us. Bye.